I will start now. So today's agenda will be AngularJS and Angular. What is the main basic difference? What is Angular? Why Angular? Angular's core feature. Introduction to Angular CLI. We will create a demo app. And what is Angular bootstrapping actually? So AngularJS and Angular, as we know, this logo stands for AngularJS, which was a library, and this is for Angular, which is a framework. So Angular 1.x, which is known as AngularJS, and Angular 2 plus. We don't mention like Angular 2, Angular 4, Angular 5. We directly say it as Angular. So current version of Angular is 10. So what is Angular basically? So first of all, it is not a library. It is a JavaScript framework. We call it as end-to-end framework because it provides almost each and everything from development to unit testing. The codes in Angular framework is well organized, so it is easy to maintain. So why Angular? So Angular provides a CLI tool which makes it easy to handle. Hello. Yeah, sorry. So Angular provides CLI tool which which helps us to develop, add, delete components, and maintain the code in Angular framework. Angular provides us protractor, which is again used for testing. Angular is a cross-platform, as we all know. Like we can create mobile-based application, we can create web-based application through a single code. So Angular is basically called as a single-page application. So we can craft a SPA for ourselves. Angular is modular structure, so we can create our codes in a modular format, which is more helpful for scalability of an application. It is open source, so anybody who wants to contribute to Angular can access its code base. So Angular has a huge community, as Angular is developed by Google and supported by it, and also supported by many we can say community members all over the world. So Angular core feature, what actually makes Angular good, we are going to know it. So Angular has component, so that is why we call this as a component based architecture. Angular provides us directive. We will see all these points in coming slides: service, pipe, Angular module, and bindings. So first of all, we will go for component. So component basically is a metadata. Here is the example for it. So component provides us a metadata, what it all includes and how it will be processed. Second is directive. So directive is basically any method which whose name starts from @ symbol can be detected or rectified as a directive. So it is mainly used to manipulate or add or delete some behaviors to the DOM element of our Angular application. Service. So service actually keeps hold for any value or function in our module or our code. In service, we can share data easily within our applications, and it is right place to call our APIs for our application. So this is one example how a service file looks like. Pipe. So actually pipe is used to transform the value to display on the front end, on the DOM we can say. So this is a basic example, like date object is a object which is again transformed in this pipe filter we can say. So it gives some output like this. So it is actually basic pipe format from Angular itself. We can also make our custom pipes. Angular module, this is we can say an entry point where our application has all the holds, like it helps in organizing our application. So it is called a cohesive blocks of functionality. Here in ng module, we have all the informations like what all components we are going to use in our application, what all modules we are going to use in our applications, and what all services we are going to inject in our applications or modules. Binding, basically there are three types of bindings. Data bindings, which is known as interpolation, which can be rectified as the two curly braces uh, between alongside of a variable. Secondly, a property binding, which is indicated by the square bracket and assigning a value to that property. And lastly, event binding. So we can bind any event to our DOM element in application by using this event name and column method in that. So what we require to start with our Angular application? So basically we need a node and npm. For Windows, once we install the node, npm is already installed, and a basic knowledge of TypeScript, and any code editor like Visual Studio Code, Atom, Sublime, or any which you like. I prefer Visual Studio Code Studio, sorry. Introduction to Angular CLI. So this is our main tool from which we are going to generate our Angular application and maintain our Angular application. So have a quick introduction on it. So CLI means command line interface tool for our Angular, which helps in initializing our Angular application, which helps in developing our Angular application, which creates a scaffold for our application. And again, as we are developing, we can maintain, as I stated it previously in our slide. So in short, this all is done by Angular application to maintain our CLI to maintain our Angular application. So now we are going to create a demo Angular application to get a clear idea how we can use CLI for our own benefit. So these are the basic command stated on the official documentation of Angular CLI. So to save some couple of minutes, I have fired these two commands to install this Angular CLI globally on our system and create the Angular app. So navigating to our Angular app and at last serving our Angular application. So this is the application which I have created. So here we can have an integrated terminal. Now I will fire this last command, ng-serve, as I have created here my dream app. We are in the application. So what this command does, this command will serve our basic scaffold application to our client, which is our browser in our system. Just wait a couple of minutes. It is compiling. Till that I can show you, when we install our Angular application, all the files related to our application can be found in this src folder. So here are all the configuration files, and this is our main project file. So our main working file can be found here. So as I shown you in previous slide, the ng module. So now our ng module states that we have only one component named app component, one module named browser module, and we are bootstrapping our app component on the client side. Okay. So as I mentioned previously, any method which can be which has this @ symbol in the starting can be called as directive. So it contains all the metadata of our application. So we have an example, live example for it. So our application has been served. Now we have to just open our application. Localhost, by default, Angular provides its application on localhost 4200. So this is normal output, which I was talking about, the scaffold which Angular CLI provides by default. So we can actually change and see what changes it can do. So It is our app component. I will show how I find it. It is recompiling. We don't have to again recompile it manually. So yeah, hooray! We got welcome to Angular Minds. Our scaffold application has gone, and we have got our custom application. So now I will. So in this way, we have created our application in Angular. Moving to next slide, Angular architecture. So I will talk something about Angular architecture. So here, how we got these all files. So Angular CLI helped us to get these all configuration files done here. So just think about it. If you have to create these all files by your own manually, I think so it would be a great pain to us. So Angular CLI helps us to create this all configuration files and give all the default packages which Angular use. Like here we can see our scripts. Now for serving the application we use ngserve. So this is script which Angular uses. So this is all the I can say default thing which Angular CLI provides us. Now in src folder we have got our index.html. So basically we know when we are learning web development, we initially create index.html file to create our index page. So here also Angular works the same way. It firstly renders the index.html, then it goes to approot module, approot selector. So where did Angular finds it? So this is mentioned in this main.ts. So in main.ts, here we have bootstrap module. So bootstrap module says that okay, load my app module. So what app modules gives us? So we will go in app module. App module tells the Angular that our bootstrap component is app component. So please load me for the load app component for me. So Angular goes to app module. Now here we have selector approot, which I showed you in index.html. So this component says that for this component which I have called, I have to show this template, which is here, app.component.html. So here we have wrote welcome to Angular Minds, and hence we got it here, right? So now I will show you the structure. We first went to index.html. It called our app module file. App module again loads the app component.ts, app component.html, app component.css for the styling of our component, and again which gives us this demo application. So this was all. Thank you for listening. Have any questions?